This is a tutorial for Dex Science Set 5.1. Hi, in this video, we will build a chamber that will help us observe movement in plants as they respond to light. The materials we'll be using will be from the compartment B5.1.1.1. Inside this compartment, we have some seeds, some double-sided tape, and some aluminum foil. Using these materials, we are going to build a simple chamber. Now, this activity requires that we plant some seeds. And so we're going to take care of that. And we're going to have to leave it for about 2 weeks before we can continue the activity. So we get out our seeds. We're going to need about 2 seeds. We're going to build a simple pot that we're going to use recycled bottles for. So you're just going to go ahead and measure about 10 centimeters. And cut that out nicely with a cutter or scissors. Again, do not forget to have some adult present as you do this activity. Once we have our container cut, we are going to have to fill it with some soil that we're going to plant the seed in. But before that, we need to cut a space where we are going to put our chamber. Press your recycled bottle to get it as flat as you can, and then you're going to measure 3 centimeters. You need a way to mark these 3 centimeter points so that you can cut them after you move your ruler. So we're going to go ahead and use a pair of scissors to cut our dimension. Once we've done that, we're going to move it out of the way and make sure it provides a platform upon which our chamber can sit. Good. Now that we are all set, we're going to need some soil where we're going to plant our seed. Now, what it is to note here is to make sure that the soil is flush with the simple platform that you've created, because you need your chamber to sit as straight as possible. So always make sure you've put in enough soil to ensure that your chamber can sit very nicely on the platform. You're going to make space to plant our seed using a pencil. Once we've done that, we're going to drop our 2 seeds in there. Now we cover it up nicely. Once we are done with that, we pour some water, as we already have learned that in order for germination to happen, we need some moisture. And once we are done with that, you're going to need to leave it for up to about 2 weeks. We'll get back to that later. Let's now build our chamber. Now, to build this chamber, all you need is a ruler. There are a whole lot of dimensions that we're going to have to measure, but it should be simple. Okay, so we turn our aluminum foil to the right side, as you can see here, and begin our dimensioning. The first dimension we are going to need is 9 centimeters, a 9 centimeter mark. A 9 centimeter mark. Now, once we have that mark, we are going to go ahead and fold our aluminum foil along that 9 centimeter mark. Let's make sure it's nice and it's exactly the dimension we want, 9 centimeters. Then we're going to fold it again. And then we can cut our aluminum foil. Gently cut, because the aluminum foil is really delicate. Good. So once we have this, we're going to have to do some more dimensioning. So we're going to now measure 5 centimeters along the long side of our aluminum foil rectangle. And then we fold that. Give it another fold and another fold. Now we cut. Good. Now that we have our piece, we're going to do some more dimensioning. This time we're going to measure 3 centimeters. We fold that. Try to get it to stand perpendicular. And then measure another 3 centimeters. So you're going to end up with something that looks like this. Should be able to stand. Now once we have this, we're going to cut another piece of aluminum foil. So from the piece that we folded, we are going to cut another 5 centimeters. Fold that up nicely and cut it off. So this piece will go on the side but slightly offset. Don't forget, it should be slightly offset. It should not be in the same line as the others. It should be slightly offset towards one side. Now we are going to need another piece of aluminum foil. This time, the dimension would be 5 centimeters. We'll go ahead and fold that. And then cut. Let's just make sure it's nice and 5 centimeters. Now after that, you're going to measure 3 centimeters. So on that 3 centimeter mark, and fold. Fold again. Again. And one final fold. Then we go ahead and cut. Now the next thing we'll do will be to fold it by 1 centimeter on each side. So we'll have something that looks like this. Now that will go onto the back, and we have another piece that goes on the top like this. Now we're going to use our double-sided tape to stick all of these parts together to create our chamber. We're going to stick some double-sided tape here. We're going to cut some double-sided tape to dimension. (3 centimeters) and cut. Using our double-sided tape, we'll stick this first piece by gently placing the double-sided tape along our aluminum foil like this. Let's do the same for the other side. We go ahead and place that one just like this. Okay, so you're going to have it looking something like this when you're done. Now let's place the final part there. The final part goes on just like this, and then we place some double-sided tape along it to complete our chamber. We place aluminum foil like this and stick some double-sided tape on it. Now we'll do the same thing for the other side. Now our chamber is ready. Simple reflective chamber that will enable us observe the movements in plants as they react to the light in the environment. Because we cannot wait for 2 weeks for our plants to germinate, we are going to magically make a plant appear so that we can demonstrate how to do your setup. So once you have your seed germinating into a tiny seedling like this, you're going to place your chamber on top of it. What you need to make sure of is that your seedling is visible through the chamber. So it's going to look something like this. So you create a nice chamber for your plant to grow through. So your plant is going to move as it follows light. In order to really observe this activity in action, you're going to need to make 3 of these setups. You're going to put all of them together like this and then observe the different directions in which the plants grow as they follow the light coming into their various chambers. Each plant will follow the light as it enters through the chamber. As always, this has been an activity using the Deck Science Set 5.1.